We begin the night by joining Larry and Titus in a dark sewer tunnel, traversing it quietly and with care. As you approach the address you were given by Chuckles, the Nosferatu who you've arranged this meeting with, you reach the sewer exit closest to the address and find yourselves a bit early to the meeting.
How far is the building away from us?
Well, if you were to leave the sewers right now, you'd probably be able to about 30 seconds and you'd be inside the building.
And with my little investigation performed, do I know if there is a sewer tunnel just below the building?
This is the closest entrance, as I've mentioned. There are no entrances closer or within the building.
But a tunnel, does it pass like under?
Yes.
Okay. Titus.
Yes, I'm ready. Are you?
Can you hide?
Yeah, I will. Don't worry, I'll obfuscate. But just in case, in case it will go south, I shall weaponize myself. As Titus says that, he reveals his feral claws.
That's good. I will need you to stay hidden until things go south.
Once you go up, I'll obfuscate and will follow you. You'll feel like don't think that I abandoned you. That will not happen. So even if I'm not, even if you don't feel me, I am still right beside you.
I trust you. And as I say that, I will. Mhm. I will come up to the spot in the tunnel above which is the building, and I will touch the ceiling and try to feel the structure of the building and if there are any creatures present within it.
Okay. Does this require any rolls?
No.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it does only if I'm looking for a specific person inside.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, as you feel the stone, as you essentially press your hand against the bricks in the wall of the sewer. First of all, not very clean, um, but you can sort of feel through them and sensing essentially the energies that surround the stone. You manage to feel that there is a presence. You
How many
count
people?
one.
One person. Is he obfuscated or not? I find it out too.
No.
And what is his estimate location within the building?
Far above. Potentially either on the top floor or right on the ceiling. Like on the roof, I mean. Not the ceiling.
I will. Is it time of the meeting right now, or
You're a
5
bit
minutes
early.
before?
You're a bit early, yeah.
There is one person waiting for us.
I don't reply. I'm obfuscated.
Larry looks around, noticing nobody. You are funny. Let's go through the sewer entrance we just been in. Let's go out. I will approach openly. And I will stomp away to that sewer entrance, climb out, and start walking towards the building itself.
Mm-hmm.
How does it
So,
look?
as you essentially climb the wall up to the sewer exit, you have to sort of fuse your wings into the stone to be able to even fit through the entrance, because you're quite a big creature. And just checking outside by peeking your head through, you see no mortals. You climb out, and this sewer exit leads you into an alleyway where you see a fire escape with the ladder already pulled down, as if someone, pushed the ladder down just to give you access.
I will climb the wall.
Okay. You ignore the ladder promptly, and with the assistance of a few wing flaps and essentially pressing your hands to the wall, using your key discipline of Visceratica, you manage to make your way up the wall. And I assume Titus is using the...
Close, yes.
Oh, you're using the claws as well?
Yes,
Okay, well, since you do not have Visceratica, if you're climbing the wall instead of using the ladder, I need you to roll something. Is that okay?
Can I
Yep.
can I just tell Titus to climb on my back before I climb
Well,
the
he'd
wall?
be interacting with you, and thus you'd be aware of his presence. Therefore, it would break obfuscate if you did that.
Okay. Then good luck.
So Titus, I need you to roll me Dex and Athletics, because you are using the claws, which assist in climbing, obviously. So the difficulty is a bit lower, but you are still requiring to like jam the claws in the stone and make your way up. And
Shitloads of successes.
okay, well, just shut me up. Why don't you? So you essentially manage to quite consistently place the claws right in the spaces between the bricks where there's a bit of like cement to connect all the structure, and you climb your way up using this method. Larry, however, is much faster than you, given Visceratica allows him to do things that you have. It still quite impresses you, since you've never seen any other vampire be able to do shit like this. But you sort of justify it in your mind, saying, well, he's a gargoyle. That's probably why. And as you reach the ceiling, the roof, Larry, you approach openly. Is that correct?
Yes.
So as you pull your way up, you see one figure, entirely clothed, wearing a hoodie, pulled all the way up, with a mask going over his face and like very large goggles. He notices you and seems to close one of those flip phones. He pockets it and says, I see you're here.
Yes, I am.
Are you alone?
Who are you?
It's me again.
Who?
Chuck. Who else would it be? You haven't... Have you talked to any other Nosferatu recently?
No. Just wondering.
Okay. He is very on edge and suspicious right now, so please roll me manipulation and subterfuge. And he's going to roll something as well.
Titus will slowly lurk towards the Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him, I guess.
Fuck him indeed. And unfortunately for him, it's not literally. So after a few moments of him just sort of side-eyeing you, he shakes his head and says, "Right. Well, you wanted a way to contact the Nosferatu, right?"
Yes.
Cool. So, there are a few questions you gotta answer, and we gotta make sure you're even remotely trustworthy. So, what's your name?
Which one?
You got multiple?
The original one, I do not know. My name is Larry.
All right. Next question. By the way, just in case it wasn't clear, they're listening. And he sort of taps on his chest, and you spot like a little mic hanging from the hoodie. Next question. What's the last thing you remember before you escaped wherever you were? I mean, you lot are usually under a Tremere, so...
I do not remember anything besides some parts of Maximilian Strauss torturing me.
And you remember what happened after escaping Strauss?
Yes.
What was that?
Why do you wish to know?
Hey, you want to contact my clan? We want to make sure we can trust you. Answer the questions, you'll be fine.
Larry essentially sighs out angrily. I took shelter in an abandoned church.
Good.
And then my pack found me.
Good. Who are the members of your pack?
Damn, you know.
Just for the record.
Serena, Cecil, Abel, Titus, Jack.
Okay. Yeah, I think we got enough. Do you remember anything from before you were turned into this? Complete silence from Larry. Let's hope the microphone didn't break. Titus, poke one of your claws into Larry. Let's see if he wakes up.
Poke.
Oh, Our apologies, we seem to have some technical difficulties. One moment. We'll be back in just a sec. Apologies for that. Problems have been resolved. So, did you hear what I last said, Alex?
Nah.
Okay. Well, after thinking for a moment, Chuck basically says, "All right, we're doing okay. Now, do you remember anything from before you became this?" And he sort of gestures to your whole deal.
No.
Nothing
Doesn't
at all.
matter.
Well, you sort of have to buy your way in. You seem to have a pretty interesting story, so knowing who you were is enough information for you to earn some contacts. So,
No, I do not.
nothing at all. No objects.
No.
All right. Well, you once asked me to find you something. Can you state what that was?
What was it? When?
I believe you wanted me to find a cane.
Yes.
Why?
Wait, Miguel.
Hmm?
Metagaming. Did I ask him?
You did mention it, yeah. You mentioned you were looking for
Okay.
one, and that if he found anything, he could tell you.
Okay.
I took notes.
Fuck you. I did recover something with the help of my packmates. I remember, now that you mention it, walking with this cane.
I see.
I was a big leg. This was my nickname.
And you remembered this thanks to your packmates. How did you uncover this information?
Meditating and with usage of some disciplines.
So, what you're saying is you can retrieve some of this information from the past.
I think I retrieved all I could.
I see. As he thinks, he sort of paces around. and eventually sort of reaches the edge of the rooftop and sort of stares out to the city and says, well, better safe than sorry. Am I right?
What do you mean?
It's him. And he sort of takes one step and falls off the roof. And as he does that...
I catch him.
Okay.
Titus is right behind him.
Yeah. So you, Titus, roll me a very quick... well, you're trying to grab him. Would this be brawl? I'll say yeah. Dex and brawl, please. No bonuses when it comes to damage, because this isn't an attack, it's a grapple. And Larry, I need you to roll me... Well, I need you to soak, basically.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Not
I'm
bad.
good at taking damage.
You are. Very good.
Just a moment, I need to go away for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Back.
Welcome back. So make a quick soak roll.
What do I roll? I have never soaked damage
So-
as Sosimo.
Soak is stamina, and if you have it, fortitude. Remember to mention any bonuses you have from other disciplines, if you have any. I believe Visceratica has one bonus.
Yeah, it's a bonus with hardening my skin. I think it provides additional, fucking damage, additional buffer of defense.
Yeah, I'll
I
check
need
the
to
rules
find
in a
it
sec.
in a-
I'll check the rules in a sec. For now, roll stamina plus fortitude, and we'll adjust accordingly. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. In the meantime,
And I
may I
have
ask for our
one more-
VtM, like our V20 book, please? Amalia. Can I ask you to bring me the V20 book? It's easier than
Yeah, sure.
opening PDFs. Thank you. I think I should start
And
having
I
it
have
next to me.
I have an additional bruised health level.
You do?
Due to my huge size. Yeah.
Thank you very much. See.
Oh, this shit is about to go fire. So it's just stamina plus fortitude.
Stamina plus fortitude, yes.
Okay.
Is it? V. That's Thanatosis. Oh, apparently I passed it. Valerian.
1, 2, 3, 4. Does once count?
In soaks, I don't believe so, no.
Ones to tens. Tens do not.
Tens do not count as 2, no.
Okay, so it's 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Armor of Terra, here we go. That's the one, right?
Yeah, I have it on me constantly.
So... Okay, so you roll 2 extra dice, please.
2 extra. Just reroll or add 2 more?
Yeah, just roll 2.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, 4. It is.
Okay. So that means... Yeah, okay. So, here's what happens. Titus, as Chuck is sort of dropping from the side of the roof, you manage to grab him by the collar, and he's sort of hanging from your hand. He sort of gets surprised and arms to the side, and he just looks up to see you grabbing him. In the meantime, both of you hear sort of an echo of, and the moment you hear that, Larry, you just feel your head basically blast to the side, and you feel like a searing pain on the side of your head, but you take no damage. And as your head sort of twists to the side, you hear this very heavy ting, 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 ting. And looking to the ground, you see essentially a 50 cal bullet smushed to nothing.
I will look menacingly at where this bullet came from. Do I know the general vicinity?
Well, you know it came from generally that side. But it's kind of hard to tell.
How many buildings are there?
There's a fuck ton. This is the middle of the city.
I will... Can I act now?
Yeah, go on.
I will approach Chuck and Titus, grab Chuckles by the scruff, push Titus behind me, and present Chuckles like in front of me, holding in front, covering most of my body, so that the sniper couldn't take another shot without hurting him.
Just in case, Titus will also use vanish from the mind's eye, and it requires roll since people are actually looking, snipers are looking at me.
Yep. Okay. So as both of you take your actions, Larry, you basically hold Chuckles in that general direction, and he sort of looks very disoriented. Titus, essentially, you no longer notice where Titus is. You realize he's fucking gone. You don't know if he ran away or what. And as this thought goes through your mind, I need you to soak twice.
Fucking hell. Alright. Have no problem soaking damage. 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So, first shot, it basically hits you on the side. So, the original shots were coming from there, right? And you're holding Chuck this way. One shot hits you like on the side. You barely feel it. And then another shot hits you straight in the arm, and you kind of like jolt your arm this way, but you take no damage.
I will hold in Chuckles in one hand. I will look around for Titus. Come on, we have to bounce. Come here, I will fly. And sort of hold my hand somewhere in the general vicinity so that Titus would grab it.
And I grab the hand.
Okay. Larry, make me a quick wits and brawl, please. It's gonna be a bit of a higher difficulty, but you still get a number of successes. So let's see, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and he got 4. Would he be the defender in this scenario?
Nah, I am in defender because I'm holding him and he's trying to get away.
Yeah, I suppose. I'll allow it. So basically, you just
That's how you
feel. Huh?
That's how you ruled it
Yeah,
previously.
yeah. So essentially, you feel like the guy trying to wrestle away from your grip, and you just sort of like adjust it to grab more of his hoodie. Um. Titus, what do you do here? Are you like taking the offer to fly the fuck away, or?
Well, Titus will basically grab on Larry, who is holding the guy, and will also will basically will hold the grip on also on the guy, or how it will look on the side. So I'd like to add an extra grip so he wouldn't escape.
Okay. And as you do this, you just see Chuckles, like sort of frantically doing this. Um, and you can choose your next action.
I will bend my knees, squat, and make a huge fucking powerful leap up, flying with my wings, and essentially I will go down to the ground as low as I can to escape the sniper's fucking visible range.
Okay. So as you exit, I
And
need both
fly
you.
away.
Hold on. As you exit, I need both you and Titus to soak. And this time you get, Larry, you get 2 extra dice. Because this is gonna be. Well, you get 1 extra dice for ag and lethal. You get 2 extra dice for bashing.
So wait, do I roll like 11?
Yeah, you roll whatever your soak is, and you add to it.
I rolled like 9 previously. 7 is stamina plus fortitude, and 2 plus from the Nosferatu. Do I add more on top of that? Or no?
I mean, no. You add your stamina plus your fortitude plus the effect of Visceratica, which is 2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's okay. Okay, so that would be. Let me check something. Your health pool is larger, right?
Yeah, I have
Okay, yeah.
1 extra
Yeah.
bruised.
Okay, so Larry, you can register that was, sorry, I forgot the value. Okay. So Larry, you can add 3 points of bashing to damage. And Titus, fill your entire track with bashing as you go into torpor with this. Essentially, as you lift off, you hear sort of just a deep coming from the like one of the areas in the roof, and the roof blows up as you, Larry, you basically feel one of your arms getting sort of like hit with the force. You see some rubble fly off your arm, sort of exposing a bit of your stony flesh underneath your hardened skin. But otherwise you're fine. However, as soon as the blast sort of courses through you, both the guy you're holding and Titus, who's holding onto your arm, they both just go completely numb. Like they go completely limp.
I will grab Titus
Mhm.
midair so that he wouldn't fall, and just holding them both to my chest with 2 arms, I will continue flying away. When I will get enough distance, I feel that is enough for not to get shot at, I will fly up into the sky and blend with the sky.
Mm-hmm. And as you fly away, you contemplate what the fuck just happened, knowing that you have at least one prisoner with you, but worrying about the state of your packmate, who has yet to turn to ashes, but who is not moving at all. And
Fuck.
as you both fly off, where are you? Which direction do you go on?
I will go to the. Where was I? Essentially.
Well, you
In
were
Hollywood?
let's say, neutral territory, between Hollywood and downtown.
I will go to some place that I know is safe and abandoned. No, not too far away.
And not the
for
Haven,
fucking
I suppose.
Titus. Yeah, not the Haven, of course.
Okay.
Just I will fly around and look with my eyes for some abandoned building or church or whatever where I can take care of Titus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, as you fly, once you feel it's safe enough, you manage to get away. And you've scouted the area before, in your free time, and you know there's 1 or 2 spots in the city that are fairly out of sight. You descend as stealthily as possible and land with sort of a bit of difficulty, given that you're carrying 2 people. And as you land on the rooftop of this building, you immediately duck into one of the doors that leads inside the building, and you find a room and just lay both of them on the floor.
Do I know if I will feed Titus my blood? Will it help him?
Roll me into cult, please.
Difficult. Okay. 5.
Mm-hmm. So, will it help him? Definitely. Will it immediately wake him up? You don't know yet.
And it will not like get him bonded to me.
Well, you know that being in a vinculum, you were told that blood bonds are something you're immune to now, since you're in the vinculum. So no, it will not blood bond him. You also would know with 5 successes that the more you feed him, the better it is for him to wake up.
Did my blood pool lessen because of the damage?
No.
Or not?
No.
I will feed him. How much I can spare? I don't know, 5 blood points of the bat.
Yeah, let's say that's enough. For this one case, just to progress the story. Let's say that's enough. So you begin pouring some of your blood after, opening your wrist. You begin pouring some of your blood into his mouth. And at first he doesn't react, so you pour some more, and some more, and some more. And at some point, Titus, heal 1 bashing, and your eyes just open as you're essentially in agonizing pain with all of your bones essentially shattered, and a lot of your skin has been like damaged and ripped due to the explosion.
Where is that fucker? I'm gonna kill him.
I will press my butt, my fucking butt, my hand against Titus's chest, holding him down on the ground. Fuck you.
Fuck
I
you.
will
Titus,
press my
Sit on
my
his
palm-
face immediately after you exert.
Titus will spend blood points to heal everything, every bashing he currently has.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I,
6
I
blood
will
points, I think.
I will press my hand against Titus's chest, holding him down on the ground while he recovers. Calm down. We need him. He's right here. I am sorry. I didn't think it would put you in such a position.
No,
And
actually, it's me who failed, who couldn't fucking realize there are fucking snipers on the rooftops. Fucking hell.
no, you suffered from the explosion.
Yeah, that was an ambush.
Of course it was. I had no doubt, but I didn't think it would go that bad. We need to find him a blood. We need to find this motherfucker a blood source. Can you do it? Just bring some person here. Feed him and we will... Oh, they are listening to us. And I will reach out into his chest pockets, grabbing the wherever I can find the listening tape.
Yep, you find a mic, you sort of like pull some wire, and eventually you rip out a listening device.
I don't want to rip it out at first. I will set the mic to my mouth.
Yep.
I have done nothing wrong. I do not know who I was, but you want to start a war. I have never intended on hurting you or him. Now he is my prisoner, and if you do care for him, you will provide me with information. If you do not, I'm sure my packmates will be pleased to do some experiments on him. I do not wish this aggression to proceed, and if you do not wish it to proceed too, you will want to talk and to arrange more meetings without this fuckery. And I will rip out the cord. Fucking smash this listening device.
Mm-hmm.
Check him for any else phones.
Yep.
Whatever the hell.
As you begin to check him, you sort of hear a very muffled ringing, and checking his pocket, you notice that he has the flip phone you saw him put away, and it's ringing with a number that is not registered on the phone.
I will take it. Silently.
Yeah, as you pick it up, you hear a voice on the other side. Hello there. You're one tough nut to crack. we'll find you eventually. Or you'll answer for your crimes some other way. But joining with the shovelheads, really? Is that the best you can do?
What do you want from me?
We want to put you out of your misery, Amadeus. You have posed a threat in the past, and you will again eventually, for one reason or another. We are attempting to resolve the issue swiftly. If you wait, we will find you, and we'll make it quick. If you struggle, I can't make that promise.
I do not want this war.
It's not a war, Amadeus. My God. I see even if your memory's gone, your sense of entitlement isn't. It's not a war. You have a bounty on your head, and you have some secrets that we'd rather keep secret. Given the fact that you can recover your memories this easily, I would rather be safer than, sorry.
I have Chuckles in my possession.
Mm-hmm.
If you
So you
really
have
do
another
care
traitor
about,
in your midst.
if you really do care about your packmates as much as I heard you do,
We don't have
then you
pack
will
mates, we have the brood. And last time I checked, Chuckles was trying to buy his way back in. After fucking up royally. So,
One story. So do you want me to let him go?
don't really care what you do to him. But, given the fact that we set off a block of C4 right next to him, it should give you the hint that we don't really care. Now, boss, are you going to submit to some punishment? Are we going to solve this problem swiftly? Or are you going to keep struggling and turn this into a mess no one wants?
If you do not wish to proceed with a dialogue as I intended, I will find you, and I will make you wish that I died there on that roof. And I will break this phone on my palm. Any other electronic devices he might have on him, I will as also break, throw away. Turn to Titus. Is Titus there?
Yep.
Or did he?
I
Yeah.
haven't left yet.
Now, do we bring him to Haven? I feel like they can track him, so we should not. And it's very dangerous for you.
No, I'd rather fucking eat him and we'll just leave.
No, he has some secrets, and he knows me.
Well, they did mention that he's like a traitor and they don't care what happens to him. I
I
assume that.
don't care what the fuck that person said. If this motherfucker on the ground knows me, I will get this information out of him, even if I have to fucking drill out his brain and eat it.
Well, whatever suits you.
Now,
It's your conflict, not
do you
mine.
know any place that we can keep him in? Not far away from our haven.
Not far away from our haven. Well, I know a better place in Hollywood where he would enjoy the stay. if we will
In
incorporate
Hollywood.
him.
I don't think we can go to Hollywood right now. Or is it safe there?
Well, safety is kind of, well, you know, it's safe for one, not safe for another ones. Or just, let's say it's not safe for his head and for his brain and for whatever sanity he has.
I will. Titus, can you bring a vessel to feed him so that he wouldn't die?
Fucking hell.
Please, for me.
I'm gonna grab a kind. And Titus leaves. Titus will go hunting.
Larry
Miguel,
will.
we can't hear you.
My apologies. Just for story progression, we'll say that you'll grab someone. Larry, are you doing anything in the meantime?
I will grab some mighty piece of wood, break it, and essentially make a
Makeshift
what
stake?
do vampires get? Yeah, makeshift steak with my little pocket knife.
Mm-hmm. And as you're making this stake and trying to get it right, eventually through the door walks Titus, carrying a man on his shoulder with one really glaring black eye and a little bit of blood like dripping from his eyebrow. He seems completely unconscious.
Just do not kill him. Or did he see you? It is.
Sorry, kind of phased out.
All good?
Did the man see you?
No, he didn't.
No, we will not kill him.
Well, he may have seen me, but I am under different identity at the moment, so it doesn't matter.
As long as it doesn't break. There. Something I do not remember a name of. If he did not see your vampiric abilities, then we will just leave him here. Feed him. Feed this puny Nosferatu being.
Fucking hell, okay. And I feed Chuckles.
Mm-hmm. So taking the man's wrist, you just open Chuckles' mouth and just sort of pierce the guy's wrist into Chuckles' fangs, and almost as if by instinct, you just see the Nosferatu like drink without moving the rest of his body, and eventually he starts to slowly lift his hands and like hold the wrist and continue drinking.
As soon as I feel like it would be killing a man, I will stop him
Mm-hmm.
and smack his cheeks, trying to get him into consciousness. Does he react?
Yeah. He sort of jerks to the side as your fucking massive palm. Actually, I need to soak because you're essentially slapping him with a fucking brick. So
No, I don't want to kill him and to put
yeah,
him
that's
in
fine.
the
He soaks
torpor
it.
again.
He soaks it. He only has 2 dice to soak, but he rolled a 9 and a 10, so we're good. So after you sort of give him a slap, the guy just sort of shakes his head, dazed, looks around, sees you, his eyes widen and immediately tries to like crawl backwards away from you.
Nah, not happening. I will press him against the ground.
Mm-hmm.
No. It didn't work, as you see. And your Nosferatu friends do not care about you. If you wish to leave, you will provide us with information we need.
Yeah, just
If you wish to suffer, you will resist as much as you like.
The guy.
there's just one clarification needed. So Larry, that person phone did mention he tried to like crawl back to them. So is it possible that currently he is officially with the sword? Is he a Sabbat member officially?
You guys
Are
know that he
you?
is.
Shush. Shush, you're not here.
I will grab him by the scruff and shake him up, and holding my fist against his face, just enough to give a solid punch, I will say, "Are you a Sabbat member?"
Yeah, I'm still with the sword. What the fuck is wrong with you? I was trying to buy into the good graces of the Nosferatu. The hell does the...
That's good. Then you have attempted to kill a member of the sword.
I have not.
And if you will not cooperate with us,
I have not.
I
I was told they would capture you
will
and
shove
interrogate
a
you.
hand. I will shove a hand into his mouth so that he would just fucking shut up.
Okay, fine. You fit 2 fingers because you're fucking huge. And basically, as soon as you shove the fingers in his fucking mouth, he immediately goes...
Well, either way, Larry, we can't really do much. If you really want to torture or like interrogate him, we first have to go through the monomacy, so we have to bring him back to our back priest and our doctors.
I will look at Titus. As long as it concerns me, I don't give a fuck about the laws. And I would prefer you to be a little more silent on that topic about the back priest around her. Please.
Sorry, I can't do that. You have to do this decision. If you want to do anything with him, you have to solve it with a monomacy. That's the rule of the sword.
I will look into Titus' eyes. Is he really that fucking loyal to the Sabbats?
Well, why don't you roll a perception empathy, please? And unless Titus is trying to fake something, Titus does not need to roll anything. If Titus is faking this loyalty,
He's not
then
faking, he's
please...
completely adamant.
Yeah, oh well, that's what I thought. Yeah, in that case, with that roll, yeah, as far as you can tell, he's being completely serious. There is no hint of deception in his face.
So what is the rules we have to oblige?
Well, the rule of monomacy, if you have specific unresolved conflicts and you're both with the sword, then you'll have to duel one way or another, and the winner decides what to do with the loser. So all you have to do is to win against Shuckles. That sounds easy, isn't it?
Do you like this proposition, Chuck?
Chuckles, after sort of like trying to shoo your hand away, do you actually let him like shoo the hand out of his mouth?
Well, a moment after.
Yeah. After you do that, he just gives you a very sly smile and says, "I would be very glad if that was the case. Monomancy it is. I'll be looking forward to it." And remember,
So I will.
no cheating. You don't kill me
I will.
before the monomancy. Yeah?
I will press his head into the ground, just sort of pulling it away, his gaze away from the stake, and look at the stake, look at Titus, raise my eyebrow. Can I?
Nope. We have to call our back priest.
Can I at least hold him captive?
Yeah, sure. I mean, he can't roam free since he's in suspicion of a treachery. Could be. We don't know.
I will grab out my
Sosimo is a fucking
little flip
Kami.
phone. I will grab out a little flip phone that I have. That I'm very. It's very tough for me to fucking use
To
it.
type it at all.
And I will. Yeah, I will using my pinky look for Serena contact and call her.
So the phone rings, and rings, and rings, and eventually
picks up.
you hear a click. Go on.
Yes.
Serena,
Hmm.
I went to the Nosferatu meeting.
How
Juggers.
How did that go?
They tried to kill me and Titus. And
Wait.
blew the roof up.
Are you telling me that? Are you telling me that that Chuckles had led you into a trap?
He's telling that he did not. But I don't believe his ass.
Well, neither do
He's
I,
right
but
here. If you
well,
wish, you can
neither.
talk to him.
I mean, talking to him is not going to do anything because I cannot use telepathy on him from a distance, all right? So, yeah, listen up. Keep him captive, but this is actually if he has led. So, what is his argument? What was supposed to happen? What did they say?
He thought that they were just going to catch me. But
I mean, that is still shitty and also
But-
betraying a fellow Sabbat member.
take a listen. As we were in this rooftop before the attack began, and after we finished talking, he tried to jump down. Titus grabbed him, and I held him in my hand. As soon as I prepared to bounce and fly away, he started shaking his head and his hands in the air. And a moment after that, the roof blew up. So I think he knew about the C4 under our legs.
Right. Okay, well, it definitely seems that he was quite aware what's going to happen to you. And I mean, even if we were to trust his initial, like what he says that, oh, they were just supposed to capture you, that is still betraying a fellow Sabbat member. So that's still shit. So that is going to be need that we will need to this will need to be this will definitely need to be investigated. I'll call you back in a second. I'll just need to make a call to his To his pack leader, Isaac, because this is definitely a two-pack situation at the very least. Um, Either
Where
way,
do we bring him?
well, definitely don't let him go. Do you think
I
he's in
do not
any?
want to bring
No,
him
no,
to
no.
the haven.
Yeah, yeah, that I get that point. Listen, I'm going to give Isaac a quick call, or perhaps even, or perhaps I'll actually give, yeah, I'll give Isaac a quick call. Maybe he'll have some safe location where we can bring him for the time, and he's loyal to the sword, so he'll ensure that Chuckles stays put. And even way, if Chuckles has certain sins that he has done against the sword, Isaac will definitely know.
And
Mm,
I stake him for the time being.
well, first of all, is he gonna survive the staking?
I do not know.
Well, I don't know either. So if you don't know and you kill a fellow sword member, that's not going to be really good for you. So for now, hold on literally for 5 minutes. Let me call Isaac. And the phone
Okay.
clicks.
Yep.
Uh,
The
the
phone
phone clicks.
clicks, and that's it.
Miguel.
That's it on your side for now. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, but I meant to call back in literally a couple of minutes.
Well, hold for a moment. Hold for a moment. And Titus and Larry. Um, Essentially, Titus, you just see after the call, Larry hold the phone away from his face as if the call ended. And um, Chuck, essentially, still being held in place, just looks at Larry and says, "Right. So can I go now?"
Do you wish to? I
Yeah.
thought you were going to stay around with your former fellow Nosferatu.
Also, Titus
First of
not
all,
not ki-
first of all, you're not even part of the sword yet. Second,
Oh,
he wasn't
yeah.
supposed to come. And he
Yeah,
points at
sure.
Titus. And third, all I was doing was getting more tools for the sword. So sure, sue me if you want.
Yeah. You think you're gonna get away with that? I broke my part of the deal, but you tried to kill me.
Look, big stony boy, how about you just let me go? And we'll discuss this when Victoria decides to call on us. Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
And
Put those rocks
I
you got for
will.
brains to good use
I
and put me on
will.
the ground.
Yeah, I will put him on the ground, just standing up, and then I will kick his kneecap,
You'll
breaking
what?
it. I'll kick his kneecap, breaking it.
Okay. So, as you do that, um, you give him a kick, and immediately his smug face goes into sort of a whimper, and he falls to the ground in torpor.
well, that's one way or another to solve the issue. At least he hasn't turned into dust
I am
yet.
sorry I had to do that.
Well, yeah, we
Will
haven't
you tell
considered.
about this to anybody?
Anyway, we haven't considered some of the things. Fucking politics, how I hate those politics. Well, it doesn't really look quite good for you, but I hope we'll solve this matter and will make sure that the ones that want you dead will pay. For me, you are a true sword member.
Thank you. I consider you my ally, Titus. Now I do.
And as you say this, we will very briefly join Iris as she walks down a street in neutral territory in the other side of the city, right between East LA and downtown. And we're going back in time a little as she approaches one of the bars and clicks off the phone call with Larry. You're muted.
As Iris turns that call off, she goes back. She looks around for any observers and quickly dials Isaac. Um,
Mm-hmm. The phone rings, and almost immediately there's a click, and you hear with a bit of religious chanting in the background as it sort of fades out, and the sound of a door closing, completely shutting it out. And then you hear a voice. Hello.
Hi, I'm not calling you tonight on very pleasant news. My two packmates, Larry and Titus, have gone to meet Chuckles.
Yes, I
Who
was
was
told he arranged a meeting.
yes, and also certain events transpired that implicates that Chuckles was part of. Well, from his words, he was organizing a meeting for the Nosferatu clan to capture Larry. To interrogate and torture him, Larry, a full-fledged member of the Sabbat.
I
That was
see.
from his words. From the reports of Larry and Titus, he said he wasn't aware that they were planning to kill Larry, so to say. But from the reports that Larry and Titus gave me, he certainly acted in a way that absolutely implicated him in the sense that he knew of the planted C4 and of the attack and was planning to get out of there beforehand. Currently, they have him. Obviously, we don't want to bring him to our haven, but as you're his pack member, I wish to inform you of this
I'll.
situation.
I can. Yeah, just send him to me. I'll handle it. I suppose.
Yeah.
Uh,
Either way, I cannot like obviously I'm not there at the moment, so I cannot check the validity of his statement. But you're perfectly
I
capable of doing that yourself.
I can do that. Don't worry, and
Either
I'll
way,
assure the punishment is. Well, I'll
um,
assure
either
the
way,
lesson sticks.
either way, if there was an actual betrayal of the sword, this needs to be escalated.
I am aware. I would like to confirm if there
Right.
was one.
Yes. Please let me know how it goes. Either way, I'll call them and uh, send them your way.
Of
Church as
course.
usual.
Church, yes. Though for Chuckles, there
Background.
is a an entrance through the sewers. The way is marked with chalk markings on the corners that they need to take once they get to East LA. Tell them to follow the butterflies.
Follow the butterflies through the sewers.
Yes.
Okay. Um, I'll pass it along to them. Um, Serena ends the call. Thanks, Isaac. I'll let them know. Serena ends the call and calls up and sends a text to Larry and Titus describing in detail where to take Chuck to Isaac so that he can basically confirm and interrogate Larry for whether there was like actual sword, like whether he has betrayed the sword or not. Um, so she'll send that info to Chuck and Larry.
Mm-hmm. And
And
after you send the text
no,
off?
not to Chuck, to Larry and Titus.
Yeah, yeah.
And she'll wait to see that like at least one of them replies to them like that they've received it and they're gonna be acting on it.
Just from the ether, since they're not on screen, do either of them reply?
I do not. I just read it.
Okay.
Titus.
Larry leaves you on red.
Titus will answer okay.
You get a confirmation from
Okay,
Titus.
yeah, once that is done, I'm like, okay, hopefully the two fucking galaxy brained aggro brains are not gonna fuck shit up. And then Iris is gonna be like, not a fucking single day without fucking excitement. And then she's gonna go and try and find a suitable replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, not Iris, Serena.
Of course.
But I suppose it is quite ironic that we are referring to Serena as Iris for now.
So, for the sake of the story, I think we can.
Yeah. No. This
actually-
is
we will-
we've already transitioned to Serena's scene. So Serena, you end the call and you're near the bar that you were, or at least the general area where you plan to find your subject.
Yeah, so Serena's going to start walking and like, like looking outside in the smoking areas where people smoke. She's going to be as she's walking past bar, she's basically like observing from obfuscated all the while. She's observing you know, the people. She's observing, looking for somebody really talkative, blunt, direct, a bit more loose on like taking drinks. Somebody very impulsive.
Mm-hmm. And as you look, at first you don't find anyone. Eventually, though, one girl who seems fucking blasted drunk sort of comes out of one of the booths in the bar, sort of singing at the top of her lungs, saying she's the fucking queen of the night. And eventually she spills her drink, mopes, and starts to leave the bar.
Serena just looks at it, just like, maybe I'm gonna have to need to observe for a bit more. So she's going to, actually, she's going to, hello, she's going to roll, like, her medical knowledge to see if this is suitable. Oh no, I don't have roll 20 open.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Fucking bonk. So what do you want to decipher?
Well, I want to see whether it is possible that she has ADHD or she's just pissed drunk and just annoying.
So that's more within the realm of psychology.
Medicine?
Do you have a specialty of
medicine.
psychology?
I don't.
In that case, I would.
But I have medicine 5.
Yeah, but I'd potentially go for academics in this case.
Okay, fine. Int?
Yeah. Int academics.
Mm-hmm.
So with
4 successes.
With your experience with Timothy, you'd know that he's diagnosed a few symptoms in you, namely two that are very obviously present in this girl, though in somewhat different ways from what you usually would manifest them as. Impulsivity, definitely. And it, by the way she seems to treat others, as in she spills a drink, turns around and doesn't really acknowledge the person until she's like called back, and then she apologizes and seems to actually care about what she did. Seems she has sort of like this very strict blindness to people that she doesn't keep in her mind at that moment. So it seems to match a few of your symptoms.
Yes, but also she could be drunk.
She could be blasted, yes.
Yes, because you said she's blasted drunk, which is,
Risky behavior.
yeah, but are all her symptoms because she's blasted drunk, or why? Or either way.
Noted.
You done?
But yeah, that's basically that's the general assessment you make on the spot. Without much to go on,
Um,
it's kind of hard to tell.
yeah, I
It's not a
suppose Serena
diagnosis you
is going to.
come
Yeah,
to, and
yeah, I suppose Serena is going to go and follow her trail, just like to see.
mm-hmm. So you follow her, and as she goes down the street, sort of checking her phone, eventually she stops in the middle of the street, like checking her phone, scrolling through. And after a few moments, she, like some guy passes by her, makes a comment, and she looks at him sort of rudely and continues walking down the street. And eventually she looks to the sides and looks to an alleyway, then looks at her phone, and then walks into the alleyway.
Hmm. Okay. Serena. Uh, Serena just like looks like okay, a bit weird, but maybe there's like an entrance to a flat. LA is super expensive, so maybe she just lives in some dingy place where like the entrance is somewhere like through the, like through the alleyways and not Main Street. Um, Probably convenient for Serena too, if that's where her flat is, because then she can just like uh sneak in unnoticed and see if like the person actually fits the bill.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to follow her.
Mm-hmm. And as you're walking into the alleyway, you sort of see this man pass by you. And one thing that you find awkward, you believed you were obfuscated, but the guy sort of glances towards you and then continues walking, which means he probably sees you. So you find that a bit odd, but you, how do you react to this information?
Um, I'm actually going to quickly like dodge into like somewhere unseen and obfuscate again.
Okay.
And well,
Where
actually, and also,
unseen are you dodging into?
is there anywhere in the alleyway where I can dodge into? I'm sorry, did you give me a 3D space?
Well, going into the alleyway, I mean, two walls. The girl is walking like she seems to have walked
Right.
past the alleyway,
Okay,
is going around.
fine.
There's an entrance to the sewers, maybe, but that's about it.
No, I meant more like, there can be like entrances to somewhere which are in an alcove and so on.
Nothing like that.
Okay, fine. If I'm seen, that's probably means somebody's watching me. I'm going to give the area a quick scan with supernaturally and normally.
Okay.
Supernaturally first.
Mm-hmm. And you're looking, so you just looked into the alleyway, right?
Well, no, I'm going to go into the alleyway. I'm going to continue, but
Oh,
I'm
okay,
going to quickly check if there's anybody following me or if there's anybody ahead, obfuscated.
Okay, before going into the alleyway.
As I'm going
Oh,
slowly
okay.
behind her. No need to alert somebody right now that I'm onto them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes.
Really quick. Roll me. Roll me a quick wits and let's say brawl.
Okay. 0.
Okay. Well, they didn't get a great roll, but my god. So as soon as you turn to walk into the alleyway, scanning things supernaturally, you realize right in front of you as you step into the alleyway, there's this really fucking deformed person with a stake, and he immediately jams it in your chest. And you feel yourself sort of paralyzed for a second, fall to the ground, and your eyes close. And that's where
Shouldn't
we're
I roll a
leaving.
soak?
Hmm?
Shouldn't I roll a soak?
Oh, no. And that's where we're leaving this for right now. We'll go into a short break, and we shall return very soon with the second scene of the night. Be back soon.